And if we put a little bit of power down, whoa, there we go. A little bit of turbo lag, but this thing just, oh yeah, this thing is just. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Peter's Autovlog. My name is Peter. In today's video, we are going to get behind the wheel of this absolutely beautiful 2021 Audi RS5 Sportback sedan. Now, before we go on, I want to give a big shout out to Bartow Ford for allowing me some time with this Audi RS5. Kind of unusual to see this type of car in their used car inventory, since they're more of a rural Ford dealership, and to see kind of car like this, I had to take advantage of it and review this car. So a big thank you to them. Now, I'll put all their information in a link to the website in the description below in case you're interested in this RS5. Right, guys, so very excited to get behind the wheel of this beautiful Audi RS5, since believe it or not, this is going to be my first time behind the wheel of an Audi product. After 30 some plus years of driving, I've never gotten to drive an Audi. Now, I've been inside an Audi S4 and Audi A4, but I've never driven any type of Audi car. This is my first time, and it's going to be a high performance RS version. All right, so this one that we have with us here is a 2021 Audi RS5 Sportback sedan. Very beautiful car. I think one of the most beautiful sedans that Audi has ever done in terms of the sport look on a four-door sedan. This one we have with us, guys, here is on in glacier white. It's a beautiful white color, and this one's got the silver Napa leather interior, which we'll take a look at in a few moments. Now, but considering, guys, this is, you know, the RS versions of Audis are basically the top performance cars of their lineup, kind of similar to the M division of BMW or the AMG versions of the cars from Mercedes-Benz, similar to the V, you know, the black wing of Cadillac. The very best that Audi can throw in terms of engine performance, brakes, suspension, all that kind of great stuff that they put into these RS versions of their sedan. Now, this one that we have with us here is a slightly used car. It has got just under 14,000 miles, and they're asking just about $73,000 for this used Audi RS5. Now, this car has been with us since 2019. Obviously, 2023 is still kind of the same car. Now, for 2023, they introduced kind of the competition model, so now it goes on par with the new M3 that has four-wheel drive and all those beautiful cars from AMG and all that kind of stuff. So, fantastic car. It's still kind of the same for 2023, except for some colors, some minor trims and different packages, but overall it's still the same car since 2019. So, checking out the styling of this Audi RS5, just a fantastic looking sedan. Of course, we got LED lighting, we got all types of radars. You can see the black gloss trim here in the front of the grille, really cool. We got a front camera as well. We got the Audi RS5 here in badges. You can see we got a lower front slip here, as you can see. Really fantastic the way this looks. Of course, Audi's LED lighting, which looks great. Love the way that this car designed is so sleek, so smooth. Of course, we got black mirror caps as well, with a black also roof there with a sunroof as well that this one's equipped with. Coming on over here, guys, we got those beautiful 20-inch wheels, 5-spoke wheels that this Audi has. Now, this Audi, if I'm correct, is equipped with the dynamic package, which gives you this red calipers. These are 6-piston calipers that clamp down 14.4-inch rotors in the front. These are looks like 2-piston rotors here, as you can see. Beautiful wheels. So now these are wrapped around 275mm Continental Sport Contact 6 tire, which is a performance tire. These are the same wheel sizes all around this Audi, which looks great. Just a fantastic looking car. As you can see, we got the Audi RS battery as well. Black mirror caps with a turn signal integrated into that. Just beautiful looking car. As you can see, we got the little bit of black lowering on the lower cladding here as well. Really cool. Here in the back here, we got the same type of tire setup, just we got single piston calipers with a 13-inch rotors here in the back. Coming here to the back of this Audi, just a beautiful looking rear. I love those tail lights. You can see those LED lights. We got the RS5 badge here, as you can see, blacked out Audi rings here for the Audi logo. And just cleaning down here a little bit, you can see we got the black, all the lower gloss black bottom here. I believe there's another package that you can get all this in carbon fiber, if I'm correct. A little bit of a black lip spoiler, as you can see here as well. Now this is not done in carbon fiber. There is a package that you can get all this in carbon fiber package. I'll put that information for you guys up on the screen. Now, in terms of competition for this Audi RS5, of course, you got the BMW M3. Now, of course, BMW doesn't make a hatchback version of their M3, although they do have a hatchback version of the 3 Series or 4 Series. I believe it's a 4 Series, if I'm correct, the 4 Series Grand Coupe they call it, but they don't make that in an M division or an M3 version. Of course, you got the C63 AMG. Of course, we got, we'll say, even Cadillac CT4V is a competition to this. The Alfa Romeo Quattrofoglio, the Giulia Quattrofoglio. You can also throw in, say, the Kia Stinger, which is a kind of the same type of size of car with a hatchback with a twin turbo V6, or you can even throw in the G70 from Hyundai or from Genesis. So quite a bit of competition to this, but obviously Audi does a perfect job of combining the all-wheel drive, the way this car looks, just an overall perfect performance car for in the mid-70s for a car like this. So this is very competitively priced compared to the Audi M3, the 63, you know, the CT4 Black Wing as well. So Audi has some pretty good competition, but Audi does a specifically good job in terms of this type of performance. Let's go and check out the key here. So you can see we got the Audi key here. We got open close, 2 times to open up the hatch, panic button, and the RS logo there on the key fob, which is really nice key fob. Let's go ahead and open up the hatch. A couple of clicks on this one. You can see we got the LED lighting there in your backup camera as well. Pretty good size for this Audi hatchback. You can see we got plenty of space. I'm thinking about 13 to 15 cubic feet of space. I'll put that information for you guys up on the screen. So as you can see, it's got a pretty low opening, so you can put things inside pretty easily. We got a bit of aluminum here to avoid the scrapes on the bottom there, but a really good size of this hatchback. As you can see, we got plenty of hooks in there. We got basically looks like some lug nuts and a little more spice here as well. I don't see any type of 12-volt connection or anything like that. We do have some LED lighting there as well. You can put the seats down and have a lot more space. Down here, if we lift this up, we have a spare tire, which is pretty cool. Obviously a space-saving spare tire, but obviously a space tire nonetheless, or excuse me, a spare tire nonetheless. Here we have the jack as well. That's in this little bag, as I can see. You can see there, a little more spacious on the side, but really awesome. I mean, pretty good size space for this Audi, considering it's not basically more of a, you know, a regular sedan, but it's got plenty of room to carry your stuff for luggage for a weekend and taking out your friends here. And as you can see, guys, we have here open and close and lock. So let's go ahead and just press the button and it locks itself. And there we have the beautiful back of this Audi RS5. All right, coming here to the hood of this Audi, we're gonna slide the little lever. And of course, we got hydraulic shocks. Thank you, Audi, for including those hydraulic shocks. So here we have the 2.9 liter twin turbo V6. This is producing 444 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque. Of course, this is going through Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system. Obviously, that all-wheel drive system, you know, goes to the front and rear. It kind of varies the power where it's more needed. And of course, this is going through an 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission. Of course, Audi doesn't offer any type of manuals in this car, which is kind of a shame. I wish they did compete with BMW and all that kind of stuff. But obviously, this is still a fantastic engine. Lots of torque, lots of power. And of course, that fantastic all-wheel drive system that this has, you know, just this car just take off like that, like a banshee. There we go, guys. The beautiful Audi. I mean, this is very clean. I really love the design of the engine. Just very clean as what it looks. And well, there we go, guys. This is the powerhouse of this Audi RS5. And thank you. That's a really good shock there. This is very, as you can see, guys, very clean engine bay. As you can see, really nice what Audi has done to this engine here also. All right, guys, there we go. Let's go ahead and lower the hood of this Audi. All right, let's go ahead and check out the interior of this RS5. And you can see, guys, very small windows, obviously smallish doors, considering it's a Sportback. So it's going to be a much smaller area here to get in, but obviously really nice. As you can see, guys, we have here the silver Napa leather interior that this one has. Obviously, there's a bit of options of this one. You can get the one with the red stitching, with quilting, all that kind of stuff. This is more of, I think, your regular, more leather, Napa leather that comes with this Audi RS5 model. So this is a beautiful leather, very soft. You can see, got a bit of Alcantara, bit of carbon fiber trim as well with aluminum. Really nice, all really nice quality feeling material. As you can see, guys, here we got the seats, really nice the way this is. The cockpit is a little bit smaller, but let's go ahead, guys, and get in and check out how roomy it is. We're inside of this Audi RS5. That's not bad inside. So obviously the seats are laid back a little more further now. I was sitting there, I'm at 5'11", so I got about an inch or so left of room. Here in the top, we got a little bit shorter room. Since this is a Sportback, it gives you a little bit shorter headroom here in the top, but overall not bad at all. Coming down here to the middle, we got AC outlets here for the back. We got basically heat heaters, so on each side. Looks like temperature control as well, and of course we got USB connections and a 12-volt connection. But overall, really excellent design. As you can see, guys, here we got really cool the way this is. A little bit tighter here in the back, and I love the headliner is black. If we bring this down, we have the center armrest here, as you can see, and of course this is a very interesting design to the cup holders. You can see there's not much of a big drink you can probably put here, most of a soda can or a small bottle, but that's about it. Really interesting the way that is, but it's really cool, really nice. Feel kind of interesting design that the Germans do on their cup holders. But overall, guys, fantastic design to this back here. It's pretty good space. I think you're pretty comfortable for a pretty long trip. You're no problem with that. But awesome interior for this Audi. So all right, guys, let's get up to the front, to the interior of this Audi. So you can see, guys, really beautiful interior. So you can see we got the same material just in the back, the silver leather with the Alcantara here, the black Alcantara, carbon fiber aluminum trim, all controls for your windows and mirrors, a couple of memory seats for the seats here. Of course, seats have all type of way of adjustments and all that. Also, I think they offer massaging. You can see the tilting and the stitching is beautiful as well. Really firm seats, and then this also extends as well. Have a little more thigh support, which is fantastic. Love this is obviously not going to be the cleanest ones, but they look fantastic. We got also rubber floor mats, as it looks like from factory. RS5 floor mats, the RS5 match right here. Of course, coming here, you got some more little carbon fiber. You get a bit of a manually adjustable steering wheel, controls for the head-up display, and also your lights. All that, everything feels. You can tell just Audi has some good quality in their interiors. You can tell. Of course, this is a $70,000+ car, so that's kind of expected. A bit of aluminum trim here as well, and the RS badge on the steering wheel. Overall, a fantastic interior. Let's go ahead, guys, and head inside. So inside of this RS5 cockpit, just a fantastic the way this is designed. Really nice, feels comfortable, feels tidy as well. Not a huge but cockpit or anything big, just a really the way this perfectly sized car is. I love it. Of course, we got all kinds of carbon fiber. We got there screens here, of course. The steering wheel feels great in your hands. Before we go on, let's go ahead and get this 2.9 engine started. Let's go ahead and press our brake and our start button here. We got the key with me here. Oof, that certainly sounds nice. So of course our door is open. It's telling us to close the door. But before we close the door, guys, let's hear that awesome engine. Of course, we can go to the RS mode and see if we can get that open up a little bit more. Open up that sport exhaust of this dynamic package. Oof, that sounds nice. Absolutely sport sounding. So also, you see, guys, we got our dynamic or basically our performance gauges here, but we're looking at a few moments. Go ahead and close the door, get a little bit more quietness and AC because it's pretty hot today in Florida. It's about 95 right now. Overall, a fantastic looking interior to this Audi. All the quality feels great. The steering wheel feels fantastic in your hands. It's perforated as well, but it's not super thick. It's got the right thickness to it. Got pedal shifters as well for the 8-speed automatic. Of course, you got controls for your screens and cruise control and that kind of stuff. Down here, yes, of course, we got the glove box. As you can see, pretty good size room there. We got the Quattro badge here all over the front dash here. As you can see, we got your AC controls here. Now coming up here, guys, of course, we got Audi's MMM system, which is this is a 10.1 inch screen, which has pretty quick feedback. As you can see, we also have, we can use the radio really quick to the touch. As you can see, we got navigation, Apple CarPlay, and all the great things about all the basically regular configurations and connections that everybody has nowadays. Now, of course, this has got also massaging seats as well, but we got all kinds of vehicle settings, massage. You can see all kinds of great things you can do. Now, in terms of the radio, guys, I believe this one comes with, we have a volume button right here. As you can see, you can turn it up. Now, this has got, I believe, a 19 speaker Bang & Olufsen system, if I'm correct, with a subwoofer, which sounds fantastic nonetheless. I mean, it's with a fantastic sound system. So over here, guys, we got your hazards, we got the AC outlets, we got your 3-zone AC because we got an ACE third zone to the back. We do have 3-stage front seat heaters as well. Coming in here, guys, of course, you got the select drive modes. As you can see, we can do auto, and that basically kind of shuts the exhaust a little more quieter. We got comfort as well, but we're gonna leave it in dynamic because that's the type of channel we are. So a couple USB connection there, 12 volt, and of course you got your start-stop button here, a couple of cup holders, and we got a bit of black piano trim here. As you can see, I'm not the biggest fan, but it does well. I mean, it's not a big spaces for all that trim here. We got a little more carbon fiber here on the side with a bit of aluminum. Parking brake, of course, your 8-speed Tetronic transmission. You got the RS badge here, as you can see. And over here we got you can definitely slide this a little bit forward and aft, or you can raise it up phone your charge here wirelessly, and we also have another USB connection there as well. So love the seats as well. As you can see, the seats have the RS badge in here on the bolster, which is really fantastic. I mean, just love the way this is. Of course, we got the sunroof here on this one, which is looks great. I love sunroofs over here. And of course, this one here, we can do it. I gotta tilt it up right now. You can just lower it. We got controls here for your lights and all that kind of stuff. We got, of course, mirrors here, as you can see. They love this headliner, which is it's not Alcantara. It's basically like a more of a cloth, but it feels fantastic. Love that headliner that is black. We got the 12.3-inch screen here. That's all kinds of different settings you can do. Of course, this is on regular settings. You can change the view as well. Have the map on the back or your navigation. The gauge goes lower. Now, of course, if you press the RS mode, you're gonna have the performance version. And let's see if we can do that. Of course, you're gonna get the different tech. Now, of course, we're gonna go to that performance version of this, which is fantastic. And you got power, torque, all kinds of settings you can do. We can take out, do inspection. Of course, it says inspection is due. Put the G meter, we can put a map, all kinds of configurations you can do with this beautiful screen that Audi gives you here. Of course, we got the pedals, as I mentioned, and the overall, just a fantastic car. Love the way this is. You can just tell the quality, the way everything's, the materials just feels fantastic. The car feels very, tidy. It doesn't feel like a big car at all. But just wow, just really, really well, considering that this is my first time in an Audi and get behind the wheel of an Audi. And of course, this has to be an Audi RS5. Now, I don't know if the camera's going to capture, but we do have a head-up display with a timer. We got the temperature, and of course, all that kinds of things. I don't see a tach on it, but I don't know if the camera's going to capture it or not. But all right, so I believe we are in dynamic mode. Let's check that out. Yes, we are in dynamic mode. It says RS1 and RS2. I think we just went out of that one. Let's go back to put it on dynamic. Always we'll put here the RS mode. And all right, guys. So as you can see, this one's got just 13,793 miles on this Audi S5. So it's not a super high mileage one. It's a pretty low mileage actually for a 2021. Somebody just drove this probably in the weekend, something like that. And as I mentioned, the price is about $72,900 is what Bartow Ford is asking for this Audi RS5. So all right, guys, go ahead and put this thing on drive. Now, obviously, we got our full-time all-wheel drive system on all the time. And steering wheel's done. This just feels great. I mean, this car's so small compared to what I've recently driven a few days ago. Ford F350s and sedans and SUVs, but it's good to drive something different and more of my caliber in this Audi RS5. So as you can see, guys, the steering wheel feels fantastic. I mean, this thing just feels great, small. You can just tell this is agile. This feels no bigger than my BMW E90 3 Series sedan from 2007. So it's about the same. I mean, it's a tiny bit wider, but wow, this is a good feeling car for sure. So obviously we got that 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission, and wow, let's head out this way. And if we put a little bit of power down, whoa, there we go. A little bit of turbo lag, but this thing just, oh yeah, this thing is just, oh yeah, this thing is flat in the cornering. You can tell a little bit of the weight difference because this car is no lightweight. It's about 4,000 pounds, so it's no lightweight car, but it sure feels sport and agile. Now, of course, we can definitely do the paddles, and we got to the third. We're doing the third here, so let's give it a little bit of beans here. Oof, yes, she's quick. Now I'm gonna slow down here, guys, because usually there's a cop sitting here and sometimes hiding, so this is not a very secure place to do a little bit of speed. But obviously, wow, this thing feels fantastic. Transmission is pretty quick to respond. A little bit of turbo lag, but wow, this thing is great. Wow, this feels fantastic. Wow, this car just, yeah, this exhaust sounds really nice. Oof, yes. Whoa, yeah, this feels, oh man, this thing feels fantastic, this car. It's so good to get behind the wheel of something this sporty, and with all-wheel drive, the confidence of four-wheel drive or the Quattro drive. Oh man, this thing is just, oof, I love the burbles on that shift. Wow, this is a fantastic car. I mean, obviously we're in dynamic mode. Now, I don't know all the great modes or everything, you know, the way Audis. I'm not super familiar with Audis. For the Audi guys and Audi fanboys, I'm sorry if I'm not getting everything correct or I missed some of the packages, but this is my first time in the Audi. Really loving the experience. This thing just feels fantastic. Wow. So if I missed something, guys, I apologize ahead. Please don't just say, oh, you guys don't know anything. I'm not super familiar with all the Audi packages and things like that. I'm getting more familiar with it, but wow, this is a fantastic car. Now this thing went spot. Let's go ahead and give a little bit of beans here. Wow, yeah, this thing is quick. Oh man, I believe this thing does about 3.5 seconds to 60, and quarter mile at about 15. So this is just as quick as a Mustang Mach 1. The very quick car. You can see the fucking just went by. Now I can't go, you know, obviously I'm not gonna, this is a Bartow car from Bartow Ford and all that stuff, and I have a plate here with me, so I don't have a plate. I don't want to attract the attention of our law enforcement, but wow, what a fantastic car. Oof. Transmission is pretty quick to respond too. Wow, this is a beast of a car. Oof, wow, this thing is very quick. No doubt about it. This has got some serious power. It's got 444 horsepower. It's not a whole ton compared to the new M cars and all those AMGs that coming up with 4-cylinder turbo with hybrid and all this crap. That this is a good car. It sounds fantastic. The engine sounds very good for the V6. Wow, Audi did it. You know, this is for my first time experiencing an Audi. This thing is fantastic nonetheless. You can hear some of the turbos. Oof, man, this thing is just a monster. Oh my god. Woo. Yes, this is my cup of tea for sure. Now I went back to automatic, so you can use the paddles, and if you don't mess with them, it goes back to automatic. That's what I'm noticing. We're on RS1 mode. Now as you can see, we got the meter mode. Now in terms of suspension, this thing is pretty buttoned down. I mean, yeah, this thing just feels connected to the road. The steering is pretty direct. You can definitely tell a little bit of the weight of the car, but it hides it very well. I mean, this is just the way this feels. You know, it's just short-footed. We got big 275 millimeter tires. You know, just the car feels fantastic. It feels sporty, but it does not beat you up. The suspension is not horrible. That's right, it's pretty smooth, but not perfect. But and of course I got the thing. Let me see if I can bring this thing down, quiet down the interior. But overall, a really quiet interior. I mean, we're doing 56 now. We put it just a little bit. It responds. It's got good low-end torque. But doing 67, you know, highway speed is quiet. It's got the perfect rumble. The exhaust is not droney by any means at all. I don't know if the camera's going to capture, but our head-up display is very clear. We got the mileage. We got, looks like a timer as well. Temperature of the coolant, and we are in D8, which is we're in the 8th gear. So very good. This car is just fantastic. The way everything feels, the cockpit, everything's at your fingertips as well in terms of just comfort for every day. The seats are very comfortable, but as well as very grippy. They get you right in your. They're very, very grippy as well. Wow, overall I'm very impressed with this Audi. I mean, yeah, of course, if you want, this might not be the perfect tracker. I'm sure you can track this car, but obviously it doesn't have the weight, or I mean, even though every new car is just so weighty, all the new M3s and all that kind of stuff, everything's just close to 4,000 pounds. So, but wow, very impressive with this Audi. This I don't think this has anything like auto hold or anything like that. It might be in the system, but I'm not gonna mess with them. I'm here to drive the car. In terms of this, all this looks very clear. I love the tachometer, the way this is. We got the speedometer, of course. We got boost, max power, torque, all kinds of great settings. Of course, we got a fantastic sounding system as well. Sound system. Everything. I love this little volume here button, which just goes perfect, and it gives you don't have to go if they were to put it here, like I say, like a Honda Civic that I just drove. Wow, overall a fantastic cockpit. Really, really impressed with this Audi. The way this feels. This is the kind of music this is the kind of music that goes with the car, kind of chill out, really nice songs. This is the kind of music you kind of hear, and it goes well with the theme of this Audi RS5. Now, of course, guys, I've not driven the new G80. I've not driven anything of the AMG versions. I'm kind of shocked. This is my first Audi. And I'm not kidding. Or I'm not. This is my very first time driving an Audi car. I cannot believe after 30 plus years of driving, I've driven a lot of cars, but this is the first time I got to drive this type of caliber of Audi, and just as impressive. Oof. Make sure I got no car behind me, because I'm sure I'm gonna attract the attention to this. But this is just, wow, this, oh my god, I barely noticed we're doing 75, and unbelievable, this car. Wow, guys, so let me know, guys, what you think. If you guys enjoying this type of content, please let me know what, if you guys like this type of car. This one ain't being used. I'll prefer one in the Sonoma green. This is the perfect color, but obviously it's gonna be too of a attention getter, especially in a car this fast. But I hope you guys been enjoying this type of content. You guys, if you guys enjoying this type of content, please hit the like button. Leave me a comment to see if you guys love this type of cars, if you experience them. I'm in love with this thing. This thing is fast. It just handles fantastically. I'm sure it's got good gas mileage if you just not on it all the time. Love all the technology. The car feels fantastic in terms of size. It's got a fantastic backup camera. Also looking at a few moments there. In conclusion to this Audi RS5, wow, my first time behind us. Here we go, guys. We have the reverse camera, fantastic quality, 360-degree camera, 360-degree camera. As you can see, we got more of the cameras there, front camera, rear camera, all kinds of cameras that this Audi has. But and overall, a fantastic. Let's put this thing in park. So guys, in conclusion, a fantastic car. Nonetheless, I'm very impressed with my first time behind an Audi. Being this an RS5 model, this is why I expected. The car feels fantastic, fast, very comfortable, beautiful interior and exterior. Overall, I'm a big Audi fan nowadays, especially this type of car. Wow, this is impressive. I hope Audi, get invited to Audi press up in the near future. So, all right, guys, thank you so very much for watching. Thank you to all that have subscribed. I appreciate every one of you guys that were past the 1,000 subscribers. So very thankful to everybody that haven't said anything, but thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed. We're only getting started. I'm going to get to more videos going, and this is only the beginning of a much better, more good content. So, all right, guys, you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.